Namaste and good afternoon. Under Secretary General Mr. Lee Chunwa and Guru LP Bhanu Sharma, Excellencies and Professors Bandarwali, Consul Generals, distinguished delegates. And today we are so happy actually to organize this event, a level event. And firstly, I will deliver my opening remarks, welcoming remarks. Under Secretary General Lee Chunwa, Professor Bandarwali, Guru LP Bhanu Sharma from Jivan Vigyan Foundations of Nepal, Excellencies, Consul General, dear sisters and brothers from Nepali community. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this special event marking the inaugural celebrations of International Wellness Day. We are honored by your esteemed presence here this afternoon. I thank the Consul General of Nepal in New York and the World Health Organizations for co-hosting this important event. Nepal is deeply humbled to have successfully initiated the resolutions proclaiming April 15 as International Wellness Day. I take this opportunity to extend our sincere thanks to all member states supporting our initiatives. Mid-April is of special significance as it falls in spring in the Northern Hemisphere. This period also carries social and cultural resonance across South and Southeast Asian countries. In Nepal, it coincides with the dawn of New Year. It is therefore befitting for us that April 15, observed as International Wellness Day, provides an opportunity for individuals, for communities to reflect, to rejuvenate, to reconnect. Distinguished guests, the significance of the International Wellness Day goes far beyond its observance. It reflects our commitments to rethinking how we live, how we grow, and how we care for one another. It is a global call to foster awareness and collaborations on holistic wellness through preventive, lifestyle-based, and people-centric approaches. It reminds us to tap the immense opportunities of the growing wellness sector in eradicating poverty, supporting inclusive development, and advancing the 2030 agenda. By promoting healthier lifestyles, expanding access to preventive services, creating decent jobs, especially for women and young people, reducing the burden of non-communicable diseases, strengthening mental health, supporting regional health systems, stimulating local entrepreneurship, preserving traditional knowledge, and fostering greener, more sustainable consumption patterns. The wellness economy can serve as a powerful driver of a sustainable development and a better future for all. At the same time, it encourages all of us to promote affordable, inclusive, and accessible practices of wellness through education, knowledge sharing, and multilateral cooperations. In addition, it serves as a driver to strengthen global solidarity and cooperation for peace, resilience, health systems, and promotion of human dignity, as well as the sustainable well-being of humanity. In this way, wellness becomes more than a personal pursuit. It becomes a foundation for collective progress, fostering peace, fostering prosperity and sustainability and better future for all. Excellencies, distinguished guests, at a time when the world faces multiple overlapping crises, from conflicts, public health emergencies, and climate change to rising inequalities and mental health challenges, the importance of wellness has never been more evident. These overlapping global crises continue to test the resilience of our governance systems and the societies. Despite remarkable progress across health, education, ICTs, and human development, the benefits remain unevenly distributed, leaving millions behind. This is where stronger global solidarity and cooperations for holistic wellness play a critical role. Wellness is a dynamic and holistic state that transcends the mere absence of illness. It is not only about physical health, but about the whole human experience, including mental well-being, emotional resilience, social harmony, spiritual awareness, and ecological sustainability. These dimensions are not isolated. They are deeply interconnected and mutually reinforcing. A healthy body cannot thrive without a sound mind. Resilient communities cannot exist without inclusion and trust. And sustainable development cannot be achieved without respect for environment. Thus, holistic wellness offers us a comprehensive framework to address the root causes of many global challenges while uniting us across regions, across culture, and across generations. Excellencies, the observance of International Wellness Day aligns closely with the ethos of Nepal's foreign policy: friendship with all, enmity with none. It reflects our long-standing commitment to unity in diversity, peaceful coexistence, and global fraternity. These principles continue to guide our engagement with the world and reinforce our belief that the well-being of individuals, communities, and nations is inseparable from the broader pursuit of harmony and shared prosperity. For Nepal, wellness is not a contemporary trend, but a civilizational inheritance, rooted in our history, rooted in our culture, and rooted in our harmonious relationship with nature. From the majestic Himalayas to the panoramic plains, Nepal offers a legacy of harmony. Harmony between people and nature, harmony between body and mind, harmony between tradition and modernity. The message of peace, compassion, and mindfulness of Lord Buddha, an enlightened son of Nepal, is more relevant today than ever before. It's the birthplace of Buddha and a land enriched by the wisdom of sages and saints. Nepal has long offered teachings that elevate inner peace, compassion, and balance. Our traditions of Ayurveda, meditations, and yoga, nurtured by serenity of Himalayas, and our enduring spiritual legacy, offer a pathway to achieving balance, resilience, and inner peace in an increasingly complex world. These values do more than define who we are. They reinforce our national commitment to global peace, global human dignity, and sustainable development. In this spirit, we see holistic wellness as a bridge connecting cultures, strengthening partnerships, and advancing a collective vision for a sustainable future for all. Excellencies, let me conclude with three simple yet profound reflections. First, holistic wellness is not an abstract ideal. It is both achievable and foundational to dignity, inclusion, and shared prosperity. Second, investing in wellness strengthens the pillars of peace and resilience while accelerating progress toward the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly those related to health and well-being. Third, we are one human family. Our diversity is our strength, and our solidarity is our power. We must choose a culture of peace over conflict, dialogue over divisions, and holistic wellness over a piecemeal approach to health. Today's observance is not a finish line, of course, but a starting point towards that end. Nepal remains committed to working closely with the UN member states, intergovernmental organizations, civil society, academia, private sectors and other partners in advancing holistic wellness for peace, prosperity, and sustainability of both present and future generations. We envision building Nepal into a global hub for wellness. The vision is not only about travel, it is about transformations by connecting people with nature, with culture, and with themselves. To advance this vision, the government of Nepal has declared the year 2027 as Nepal Wellness Year. We hope that this will help promote sustainable wellness tourism, support local communities, and encourage innovation and partnerships at regional and global levels. We invite all of you to be part of the journeys. Let us work hand in hand from strength to strength in building a future where wellness serves our people and planet, where people live with dignity, and where societies thrive in harmony with nature. Today's observance is not just a symbolic observance, but a call to actions for building healthier life individuals and more resilient societies. May this first International Wellness Day inspire lasting collaborations and meaningful change for the well-being of humanity at large. I thank you. Excellencies, distinguished guests, Honorable Shishir Khanal, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Nepal, has kindly shared a video message on the occasions of the first International Wellness Day, conveying his reflections and best wishes. I now request colleagues to play the video message by Honorable Minister.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, namaste. I'm very happy today to celebrate International Wellness Day with you all. This is the first time we are celebrating it. On this special occasion, I wish you all good health and happiness. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the member states of the United Nations for supporting the UN resolution initiated by Nepal, proclaiming 15th April of each year as International Wellness Day. Wellness is the foundation of personal well-being, social harmony, peace, and development. Wellness is a holistic approach that embraces physical, mental, emotional, social, and ecological well-being, going beyond the mere absence of illness. Wellness emphasizes preventive, lifestyle-based, and people-centered approaches. More importantly, wellness is a pathway for enhancing quality of life, safeguarding human dignity, and enabling individuals to realize their full potential. It stresses promoting accessible, inclusive, and affordable practices that encourage healthy and sustainable lifestyles. We firmly believe that promoting wellness contributes significantly to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, including poverty eradication, job creation, and inclusive economic growth. On this occasion, I'd like to call upon governments, private sectors, communities, spiritual organizations, and all other concerned to actively observe the International Wellness Day to improve wellness of humanity all over the world. Excellencies, let's make the world healthier and happier, and let's start it from us and from today. Thank you.
I now invite His Excellency Mr. Lee Chun-hwa, Under Secretary General, UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs, to deliver his remarks.
This moment comes at a critical juncture. Around the world, communities are confronting a rising tide of the non-communicable diseases, mental health crisis, environmental stress, and widening inequalities. These challenges underscore the urgency of advancing a holistic understanding of wellness that supports healthier people, stronger communities, and more resilient societies. Wellness is fundamentally about enabling every human being to realize their potential and thrive with dignity and live in harmony. It is central not only to the SDGs 3 on the good health and the well-being, but also a prerequisite for progress across all the SDGs. International Wellness Day calls for a holistic approach to well-being that integrates the physical, mental, and the social dimensions. with prevention, equity, and inclusion at its core. It reminds us that the well-being is a shared responsibility, grounded in solidarity, advanced through the multilateral cooperation, and delivered through the inclusive cross-sectoral policies. At the ECOSOC Youth Forum that just concluded yesterday, young people called for the further investment in youth well-being, empowering youth not only as beneficiaries, but as partners and leaders in shaping a healthier and more inclusive future. Excellencies, in advancing a holistic approach to the wellness, sport and the physical activity can offer the clear and accessible pathways. The World Health Organization recognizes regular physical activity as a proven strategy for preventing non-communicable diseases, improving the mental health and enhancing overall well-being. Sport for Development initiatives demonstrate the benefits of the partnerships in building the resilience, inclusion, and social trust across the communities. International Wellness Day also calls on to recognize the diversity of the indigenous cultures, traditional knowledge, and evidence-based practices. Respecting and safeguarding these systems is essential to inclusive development and to leaving no one behind. Excellencies, dear friends, today's observance is a call to action, a call to strengthen multilateral cooperation, invest in preventive care, protect the traditional knowledge systems, and ensure that the wellness practices are affordable, inclusive, and accessible to all. Together, through the solidarity and partnerships, let us advance this shared vision of the wellness for the present and the future generations. Thank you.
I thank the Undersecretary General for his important remarks, which clearly highlighted the deep interlinkages between the SDGs and overall wellness. Excellencies, we are joined by the Director General of the WHO by video message. I request the Secretariat to play the video message by His Excellency Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General of the WHO, whose leadership continues to guide global efforts to advance health resilience and well-being for all.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Luke Bahadur Taba, distinguished guests, dear colleagues, I thank Nepal for its initiative in establishing International Wellness Day and for the opportunity to offer a few words today. For WHO, health is not merely the absence of disease. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Well-being means having the conditions to live with dignity, purpose, and hope, even amid challenges like climate change, conflict, inequality, and loneliness. It means recognizing that health is not created primarily in hospitals and clinics, but in homes, streets, schools, and communities, in the air people breathe, the food they eat, the products they consume, and the conditions in which they live and work. And it means recognizing that the health of humans, animals, and the environment are inseparable. WHO is promoting well-being by working with partners across the UN and beyond to promote social justice, inclusive economies, and new ways to measure progress that reflect what truly matters in people's lives. International Wellness Day is a reminder that well-being is not a luxury. It is everyone's business. I thank you.
I sincerely thank Dr. Tedros for the message. Excellencies, I now invite the permanent representative of Bhutan to the United Nations, His Excellency Mr. Tenzin Rundel Wangchuk, and to make his intervention.
Thank you, Ambassador Thapa, distinguished speakers, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. We gathered today under a very noble banner, one that speaks not merely to the health of our bodies, but to the harmony of our minds, our societies, and indeed our shared humanity. I commend Nepal for spearheading this International Wellness Day, for in doing so, it has summoned the attention of the world to a cause that is both ancient and urgent. Wellness, as we know, is not a modern invention. It is rooted in the wisdom of civilizations that have long understood that the measure of a nation is not found solely in the abundance of its wealth, but in the well-being of its people. In the East, this wisdom has found expression in philosophies that elevate balance, compassion, and contentment as pillars of a meaningful life. In closing, I would like to congratulate my friend Ambassador Thapa for organizing this event, and I wish you all happiness and well-being. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Thank you. Thank you, the permanent representative of Bhutan, and for his very sharing the important perspective on wellness, also highlighting the importance of the shared prosperity. Now I would like to invite Ms. Yojana Patel, Deputy Permanent Representative of India, to share her perspective.
Thank you, Excellency. Colleagues and dear friends, I thank the Permanent Mission of Nepal for hosting this event commemorating the first International Wellness Day. Its objectives of promoting preventive, lifestyle-based wellness approaches are foundational for holistic well-being of human beings. In a century marked by surging lifestyle diseases and chronic stress, wellness is a realization that true health means harmony within oneself and with nature. Wellness is a dynamic and holistic state that puts physical health, mental well-being, and emotional resilience at the forefront of a healthier and fulfilling life. India, on its part, has consistently worked towards ensuring global recognition of a problem that is essential to humanity. By championing the World Meditation Day on 6 December 2024 and the International Day of Yoga on 11 December 2014, emphasizing on both physical and mental well-being. We live in an era of compounding crisis, geopolitical conflict, economic uncertainty, environmental anxiety, information overload, and a global mental health epidemic. The World Health Organization estimates that depression and anxiety cost the global economy USD 1 trillion annually in lost productivity. We must all renew our commitment to a more holistic implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals, where the individual and his health is given primacy. I thank you.
On the wellness sector. And now I would like to invite Ms. Ishrat Ara, the Deputy Permanent Representative of Bangladesh, for her intervention.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, distinguished professors. Let me begin by thanking the Permanent Mission of Nepal, and especially Ambassador Thapa, for convening this timely event to mark the first International Wellness Day. Wellness is a public good and a public policy imperative. It is in this spirit that Bangladesh lent its steadfast support to the resolution establishing this day. Wellness is indispensable to a peaceful and productive society. We must also recognize its inextricable link with the culture of peace, as both mutually reinforce empathy, social cohesion, and harmony within and across communities. Mr. Chair, this conversation is highly relevant to the wider multilateral agenda. Wellness must be seen as an essential pillar of sustainable development. We cannot meaningfully speak of peace, prosperity, or resilience if people remain trapped by preventable disease, social exclusion, environmental degradation, and persistent inequality. Mr. Chair, Bangladesh remains committed to working with all partners to advance a holistic understanding of wellness in the service of peace, dignity, and sustainable development for all. I thank you all.
I thank the Deputy Permanent Representative of Bangladesh. Now I would like to invite Dr. Natalia Linou from the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, to make her interventions.
Thank you, Ambassador, Excellencies. On behalf of the United Nations Development Programme, I congratulate Nepal and the co-sponsoring member states on the first observance of International Wellness Day. Nepal's leadership here is fitting. You have long shown that well-being of people, communities, nature, and growth cannot be separated, and its tradition of community stewardship remains a powerful example. What we have heard today from all the interventions is that we can move from aspiration to action when policies and markets and communities are aligned around people's well-being and rights. For UNDP, this agenda is intricately connected to our vision of what human development is. That is development that is about expanding people's freedoms, their choices, and ability to lead the lives that they want to live and in dignity. And this multidimensional view of well-being, physical, mental, social, cultural, spiritual, and ecological, that we have heard about, including from Professor van der Weel, is really how UNDP views human development. And it's also an economic agenda, as is rightfully mentioned, projected to reach 9.8 trillion by 2029. And this presents real opportunities for countries, if done right, to generate jobs, strengthen local enterprise, and build new sources of sustainable growth. And we already have seen very good examples. For example, UNDP, working closely with the government of Nepal, has supported more inclusive, community-centered approaches to tourism and heritage economies, including around sites such as Lumbini, strengthening local value chains and livelihoods while safeguarding cultural heritage and ecosystems. But we can't take this for granted. As we have heard, those who benefit from this who are on the ground. Too often the value chains are really far from the communities, traditions, and ecosystems on which this wellness economy depends on. So for UNDP, this points to three priorities. First, it's about ensuring that the economy creates tangible gains, decent jobs, stronger local value chains, and greater inclusion of women, young people, as well as rural communities. Second, it's ensuring that growth is rooted in sustainability by protecting the natural ecosystems and cultural heritage and the traditional knowledge that underpin this sector. And third, it's ensuring that growth is truly governed in the public interest. And I really love the quote from the PR of Kyrgyzstan that we need to move away from wellness as a product to wellness as a right. And really, this is about policy, about coordination, and community safeguards that this sector requires. So this is reflected in how UNDP has established its new Prosperity and Wellbeing Hub, which brings together the work on jobs, inclusion, health and well-being to support exactly this kind of integrated agenda. And we stand ready to work with member states and partners to translate the promise of the wellness economy into national and local development strategies, helping to design policies, mobilize investment, and build the local capacities so that this growth agenda and that this in the different sectors truly advances human development in a meaningful and lasting way. Thank you.
Guest, before giving the floor to Guru LP Bhanu Sharma for his special remarks as well as practical sessions, I invite our co-host of today's event, my colleague, Mr. Dadiram Bhandari, Consul General of Nepal.
Thank you. Eagerly waiting the insight, wisdom, and practical session from our revered Guru, LP Bhanu Sharma. As the co-host of this event, the Consulate General of Nepal in New York is honored to be part of this landmark global initiative. Excellencies, our discussion today have clearly underscored a central message. Wellness is not a luxury. It is foundational to peace, prosperity, and sustainable development. At its core, wellness is about balance within ourselves, within our societies, and in harmony with nature. We have to go to our ancient Upanishadic wisdom that is making very loud and clear voice that Vasudhaiva, meaning the world is one family and it will make all the difference. And we are calling for the revival of this ancient wisdom by provoking that holistic approach is necessary to cope up with multiple challenges. Therefore, today, as we advance this important agenda, allow me to highlight three key messages. First, wellness must be mainstream across all sections: health, education, environment, economic policy, and so on. Second, partnerships are indispensable, bringing together governments, United Nations system, academia, civil society, and community at large. Third, our effort must be inclusive, action-oriented, ensuring that no one is left behind in accessing the benefit of wellness. The first observance of this event is not an endpoint. This is a beginning, a call to reframe our development through the lens of human well-being, dignity, harmony with nature. In this spirit, we will be celebrating 2027 as Nepal Wellness Year. With our rich tradition, cultural heritage, and the natural serenity of the Himalayas, Nepal offers a unique and authentic experience of holistic wellness. I warmly invite all of you to visit Nepal, if not sooner than in 2027, to celebrate Nepal Wellness Year and experience our distinct tradition, hospitality, and approach to well-being. I thank you all for your presence today, sharing your insight and your continued commitment to this vision and to this celebration. I wish you good health, happiness, and well-being. Thank you.
Thank you, our Consul General of Nepal to Newark, and Excellencies, distinguished guests. We are actually grateful to LP Bhanu Sharma for gracing this very important event marking the first International Wellness Day. Now I would like to request him to deliver his special remarks and guide us through the meditation session.
Chair, the PR of Nepal to United Nations, Ambassador Lok Bahadur Thapa, Under Secretary General, Consulate of Nepal in Nokia, distinguished professors, excellencies, brothers and sisters of our shared home, the planet Earth. Silence is the most endangered resource in the world now. We have reached the pinnacle of human ingenuity. We have almost touched the outer skies, outer space. We have explored many planets, and we have synchronized the whole globe with a single click. Still, in the whole process, what is missing is the intimate and essential connection with oneself. In this era, it is the haunting paradox. When we are fully connected with everything outside, we are totally disconnected with everything inside. And this disconnection is not, it doesn't come for free. It comes at a huge cost in the form of burnout, anxiety, and depression. Now, our professors here, friends here have come up with so many data. I don't want to add much to that. But as we speak now, WHO surveys indicate that over 1 billion people are in severe stress and anxiety. They're in a great mental problem. You know, this restless human mind, let me repeat this. The restless human mind is the number one culprit of all this. And it is wounded by conflict, but yet perpetuating the conflict. Can you see the paradox? It is wounded by conflict, but yet it perpetuates the conflict. Now, wellness for a long time was considered as a soft luxury of a few people. But the last couple of decades have proven to us that this wellness is not a luxury, it's a global imperative. Looking at this, Nepal proposed this International Wellness Day, and while humbly recognizing all kindred traditions worldwide, including the Japanese Ikigai for meaning and purpose, the Thailand Thai massage, special Thai massage, the Chinese Qigong, the Korean Jimji Bang and Bada rituals, and there's so many of them, and especially the Ho'oponopono from Hawaii, and many others from different parts of the world. It's basically to unite all these kindred traditions, to bring all of them together, give them a voice, and then have them in the total meaning and purpose of wellness. Now, in addition to this, as our friends have highlighted, the SDG number 3, which is good health and well-being for all, is so important that what I feel is nothing rises above the well-being of our planet's people. That's the number one agenda. Here comes Nepal. Nepal's snow-clad mountains, known as the Himalayas, have not just been the mountains. They have been the treasury of knowledge from our seers, saints, and sages, where our people, our ancestors, they meditated, they sat there for years together, and then they came up with something very meaningful for the entire human race. And Nepal is a small country in terms of the economics. For example, we're a developing country in terms of economics, but a large country in terms of what we have to offer to the human race. And looking at this, there are four very practical things that I feel that we can contribute to the world's wellness. Okay? I don't mean to say that these things do not exist in other parts of the world. But when it comes to wellness, what Nepal brings in to the table? Number one is the science of stability in the form of yogasana, pranayam, and meditation. And there are ample research evidences to show that yogasana, pranayam, and meditation, the trio practiced together, it's number one solution for stress and number one solution for many of the problems. There are so many reports that say that yogasana, pranayam, and meditation practiced together, they add to longevity by up to 14 years. And not just that. The second thing that comes to my mind when we talk about Nepal is the holistic system of Ayurveda and naturopathy that is being practiced in Nepal. Very authentic, very traditional, and it is rooted in our ancient wisdom. We want to not just expand this, we want to go more into research. The third thing is, whenever something happens in our body and mind in Nepal, in the traditional villages, people don't ask a question, why are you not well? Or they don't ask you which organ of your body is unwell. They ask you what has happened to your energy centers, the chakras, the energy vortices, which make a human being, which make a human being's energy. They ask this very fundamental question. And these energy chakras can be healed, can be treated, can be balanced, and can be activated. And this science, lost for generations, is now again gaining ground in Nepal. The fourth thing that we bring in is the culture of wholeness. It's not just one thing, that adds to the value. It's everything, I was so happy to listen to you. My habit is, I feel so happy when I'm listening to people, not while speaking. But I've been given a speaking role in my life and here also. I was so happy because you're bringing in so many things together. And all of them put together, they make for the wholeness. And I think this meeting brings in wholeness in the form of wellness. Now, this is the age not just of words, but of collaborative action. Nepal invites nations and institutions, especially in three different sectors. Number one, we want to establish a Himalayan Wellness Research Hub. There are foundations for that, but we want not just foundations, we want scientific evidence, and we want to further this. We can talk about this later on. I don't want to elaborate much. The second thing, on the International Wellness Day, we can think of something like a global well-being matrix that integrates so many of our practices. And the third one is the open access toolkit that is available even for children, the wellness toolkit that's available for children, that's available for everyone, that is accessible, handy, and that is what people can really practice, instead of just talking about it. I'll also take you to practice in some time. Friends and excellencies, I'm so happy to share with you that this April 15, on the occasion of the International Wellness Day, 1.5 million people sat down for meditation of 15 minutes at 1:15 p.m. in Nepal. And this is via apps and community pilots. Because we found that peace is not found outside, it has to be cultivated. And if it is to be cultivated, you must sit down to meditate. You must sit down to meditate. And then, this is not just revolution in meditation. This is a rebellion against the noise that is killing all of us. We also propose a fundamental shift in our global compass. Professor Vanderbilt was talking about it. Now we have seen that our economies are growing, but it is leaving our people in very different and very difficult situations like burnout, anxiety, and a complete disconnect. So what we want to propose is we see that GDP, the current GDP needs broad basing. And a better solution could be integration of a standard gross national wellness. I'm so happy to learn that a friend from Bhutan, His Excellency, talked about gross national happiness that they have been practicing. Now, someone has to initiate, and there are great people here, people from the academia who can do a lot of work on this. Now, we want to further this. Since the International Wellness Day is there now, we must talk about gross national wellness and start working on it. It is basically not excluding GDP. It is rather integrating all practices, because 21st century progress has to be not just economic, it has to be an integral progress, and our measure also has to be integral. This GNW must prioritize mental health, emotional resilience, and social and spiritual connections. Excellencies, Nepal has entered a deeper national commitment through its wellness policy. I'm so happy that just about 12 hours back, the cabinet, the Nepal government's cabinet, endorsed the wellness strategy for 10 years. And we have also declared Nepal Wellness Year 2027 that scales tourism, retreats, and platforms for global partnership. We invite the global community to join us in our research hub, wellness metrics, and pilot toolkits that we were talking about. And we also want to see that we want to listen to you. I've noted everything that you talked about, because we want to integrate all traditions from around the world and come up with something shared that can become a foundation for human growth. Together we can co-create a well-being for everyone. And excellencies and citizens, what unique wisdom will your nation contribute? Let us weave it into our shared strength. The 19th century gave us machines. The 20th century gave us data. And the 21st century must give us wellness. It must give us wellness. And wellness revolution needs no weapons. It needs only attention. It does not need fortunes. It just needs collaboration and willingness. From the Himalayan heart to every global citizen, not just, what we want to say is, let us not merely advance, but deeply align. This inner alignment is what is required today. And let's not just service the future that we want to bring in, but leave it fully in harmony and in wellness. Now, having said this, I want to take you to a small practice. Are you ready for that? Yes. Right. So anyway, we have seen butterflies flying, right? Human beings are meant to fly. So let's fly for some time. You can do this sitting, or you can do this standing. I'll introduce a practice that almost all 1.5 million people got into on April 15, the Swa-Jagaran meditation, the self-awakening meditation. This is going to be very, very interesting and very healing. You can do it sitting, or you can do it standing also. What we're doing is, first we'll go into a pranayama, a breathing exercise known as Namaskar Pranayama. Okay, Namaskar Pranayam, the Namaskar, we know it. The Namaskar Pranayam, the breathing exercise. And then and then followed by long and deep breath. Long and deep breath is a solution for many of humans' problems, many of our problems. And the third step will be affirmation meditation. Okay, it's not going to take more than 15 minutes. I invite all of you to join us, join Nepal in this meditation. Can we request for the music, please? Now what we do is, okay, in Namaskar Mudra, fold your hands together. As you inhale, as you inhale, expand your arms, expand your hands as you inhale. And as you exhale, close your mouth, exhale from your nose, and then flap your arms. Yeah. We can also stand. We can do it standing also. We can do it sitting. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If you want to stand, it's good to stand. Yes, please. Music, please. Larger volume. Full force, full energy. Full energy. Close your eyes, close your mouth, and open your heart. Open your heart. Exhale completely. Exhale fully. Exhale fully. Exhale fully. This helps you like anything. This is number one stress buster. Put in more energy. Put in more energy. Smile more. Smile more. It costs you nothing, and it gives you everything. The broad Himalayan smile. When you exhale fast, you are throwing away not just your breath. You are throwing away your sleeplessness and your stress. Try it. Slowly stop. Slowly stop. Keep your mouth and your eyes closed. Now you can do this standing. You can do this sitting. Long and deep breath, known as the Bija Pranayam or the Seed Pranayam. Long and deep breath. Accept what comes. And a long and deep exhalation. The beauty of the life, the benediction of human life can be experienced only when the breath is long and deep. Long and deep breath. With closed eyes, look inside yourself. When you open your eyes, you see the world. When you close your eyes, you see yourself. Nothing else. When you open your eyes, you meet people. When you close your eyes, you meet yourself, which is the very foundation of wellness. Long and deep breath. Give yourself this luxury of peace. It costs you nothing. It gives you everything. Long and deep breath. See the silence and the energy reverberating throughout your body. Feel yourself as you take long and deep breath. Now the third step, it is affirmation meditation. Allow your breath to be normal, natural. On your inhalation, gently and silently say to yourself, I am. And on your exhalation, gently and silently say to yourself, happy, I am happy. Keep repeating this. This is not just a mantra. This is something you are aligning into. Happiness is internal. Happiness is inside us. Whatever you say to yourself, your body, your mind, and your brain, listen. Always say to yourself, I'm happy. Feel the happiness inside. Happiness is never to be found outside. It's always inside us. I'm happy. It costs you nothing. It gives you everything. Feel the happiness arising within you. You have chosen to be happy. Now the second affirmation. On your deep inhale, gently and silently say to yourself, I am. And on the exhale, say to yourself, healthy, healthy. Keep repeating this to yourself. We program ourselves through whatever we say. Our affirmations and suggestions are our own programming. Nobody comes to program my mind. I have to do it on my own. I healthy, I healthy, I healthy. Feel as if the whole world is saying this with you. I healthy. The whole world, everyone, I am healthy. The third affirmation now. On your long inhale, gently and silently say to yourself, I am. And on the exhale, gently and silently say to yourself, peaceful. I am peaceful. Peace is inside of you. Do not seek it outside. Go peaceful. Say to yourself again, we are the products of our own choices. The moment we choose peace over stress, over conflict, we start experiencing peace in and around us. Peace. Feel the peace rising from within. No one can take your peace away from you. It is inherent to you, peaceful. The body has become very light, the mind has become peaceful, and the whole life has become energetic. Small gifts we can give to ourselves, small things we can do to ourselves to remain centered, to remain in balance amidst chaos, amidst noises. Take 3 long and deep breaths, long and deep breaths again. Gently rub your palms together, very gently. Feel the energy on your palms. It's a human body and you have the energy inside. Slowly apply the energy to your eyes and to your face. Wow, what a joy. And gently open your eyes on your palms. Thank you so much, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. There's something we can do to ourselves. It doesn't cost anything. We can teach to ourselves. We can teach to everyone around. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ambassador Lok Bahadur Thapa, for this wonderful program. Thank you for having us here. And thank you for being a part of this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Gurudev, LP Bhanu Sharma, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very wonderful journey, actually. Thank you so much for guiding through this meditation practice as well. As we conclude these meaningful commemorations of the first International Wellness Day, we have reaffirmed the paramount importance of fostering holistic wellness that places overall human being at the core of our development frameworks. Today's rich and forward-looking deliberations underscores at least 4 or 5 the messages. First, holistic wellness is not a peripheral concern, but a fundamental pillar for advancing peace, for advancing prosperity, and advancing sustainable development in our interdependent and interconnected world. Second, we underscore the importance of advancing preventive and promotive healthcare through lifestyle-based solutions, wellness literacy, and cost-effective interventions that reduce long-term financial burdens of the healthcare systems. Third, we recognize holistic wellness is a vital pathway to connecting nations, connecting cultures, and connecting generations, and enhancing quality of life, safeguarding human dignity, and ending every human being to realize their full potential, laying the foundation for sustained engagement, knowledge sharing, and policy integration at the regional, national, and global levels. As we move forward, let us turn today's insight into concrete, measurable actions that deliver lasting impact for present and future generations. I sincerely thank Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear participants, for their valuable contributions to making this event a success. I'm grateful to Gurudev as well as the 2 professors for their excellent, very insightful and comprehensive presentations that enlightened us with the importance of the wellness. With this, I declare that this event is concluded. Thank you so much again. See you next year.